Hello, and welcome to the final episode of Season 1 of The Short Take.
It's too real.
Where we are going to do the thing that everyone loves doing. We're going to rank stuff.
Uh-oh, got that rank stank.
It's what everyone loves to do, isn't it? So,
Yeah.
got to do it. It's got to be done. So, we're going to rank all of the films we've watched this season.
Every single one?
Every single one.
All 26 of them?
All 26 of them.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, so 22 episodes, but we did 5 microfilms, so 26 films total. 2 of them made by ourselves, so it'll be interesting to see where they stack up against each other. And then, yeah, so we're going to do similar to what Mark Kermode and Jack
Howard, how dare you?
did on their podcast. The only one I've listened to is the Christopher Nolan one,
That's a good one.
where they don't talk about the film until both of them have said it on their list, which means we'll talk about our top 1 films at the same time, which is quite nice. So,
Should we do ditty?
do you want to give us a final ditty?
Final
Ever.
intro ditty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's the same one every week, but it's going to be emotional, me not pressing play every day.
Yeah, it's going to be different next season.
Not that we release an episode every day in any capacity, but or we didn't record them all either in like a row. So
Yeah.
let me just get. I decided to play it live for you
Oh, that's nice.
because I've never done that.
That is one thing you've never done.
Let me just turn my amp on. There we go. Welcome to the short take. Alex and Nick. It's a podcast.
Lovely. It's nice to hear it live for a change, instead of it being a recording every week.
Yeah, no, it felt
Yeah.
nice to play it for you finally, like not
Yeah.
on like just pressing a bloody button.
I know.
Yeah.
Are we going to press a button for the outro?
No,
Oh, okay.
I've
That's a
got something
shame.
else planned. For
Oh, have you?
Bloody
Have you?
hell.
Wow.
Do you want an Alex Opsis for for a ranking?
Yeah, go on.
Or I feel like this is the podcast. I should do an Alex Opsis for the podcast.
Should I do a synopsis for this episode?
Okay, do a synopsis for do a synopsis for the podcast.
For the podcast?
Yeah, for the podcast.
So, welcome to the short... This is what I do every week, isn't it? I say it in the description as well. Welcome to the Short Take, hosted by Alex and Jake, where we talk about all things short films.
Okay. The Alex Opsis for this podcast would be another couple of white men thinking they can talk about stuff on the internet.
I do think that almost every week.
You do?
Yeah.
You say it out loud a lot.
Yeah. Think it and say it.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're going to talk about them one by one.
I think I know which one we're going to talk about first.
Oh, well, you never know, Jake.
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
And there are a couple of surprises in here
Oh.
that Alex probably does know about, but he'll remember when I say it.
I've got some surprises.
Do you?
I think so.
No, I mean I've got some different surprises, but
I'm hoping
get
none
to
of
that.
this contradicts what we said when we watched them. I hope there's nothing where I've said, like, this is awful, much worse than last week, and then I've ranked it above it somehow. Like, but time heals
Yeah.
all wounds.
You know, we'll get there. No, we'll get there. We'll get there. Okay, so number 26. Do you want to go first?
I do, actually. Bus stop.
Bus stop. I'd like to snap you there and say bus stop also.
Oh, we've got a snap. It's our first snap.
That's our first snap.
Yes.
So position 26 for both of us is bus stop.
I wonder why.
Let me just flick to my notes and see if I have anything enlightening to say. The first note just says really quite bad.
Let me go to my mental notes quick. Ding. Shit. Don't like it.
So this is one of the few that we actually received a comment from the creator.
Oh, that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this one says, "Hey, I love that you took an honest take on the movie. It is really funny, especially what you assumed about the crew. All I can say is that you only can improve. All I can say is that you only can improve off of that, and A Dream Away is really more than watchable. Would love to see your take on that one as well.
Maybe we'll do it next season. I don't
It
think
is
we will.
half an hour. I don't think we will.
But appreciate the fact you responded.
Yeah, no,
I appreciate the fact that I am jumping to a conclusion on the crew. Do still think they're all cunts, but that is just a jump to a conclusion. Educated guess, maybe.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate that he listened to it, and I appreciate that I took that on board. I'm not going to watch this other short film
No.
because it's half an hour.
Yeah. One thing that I think maybe I picked up on since is that the guy who directed it, this guy, I think he edited it as well, right?
Yes.
And I think it has the classic first time editor director syndrome,
100%.
where it's like there's things that should, like, you know, they've shot stuff, so they're like, oh well, I've got to put it in, that vibe. I think
Yeah.
that's part of the problem.
I
Not
think-
the only problem.
I think you're right,
but,
I think you're right.
Don't really have much else to say on it. I think we went into it quite a lot the first time.
Go back to the episode and listen to it.
Yeah. 25?
Alone.
25. Group therapy.
Interesting.
Not a
Okay,
snap.
so we don't talk about it until we
Yeah,
snap, right?
we'll go to 24 now.
24. Group therapy.
Oh, okay, so should we talk about that now then?
What have you got at 24?
Waiting.
Okay, let's talk about group therapy.
Okay.
I thought it was going to be alone. Yeah, group therapy. I will say, actually, group therapy isn't terrible. Like, the concept is there, but it's not executed well enough.
No.
It's obviously a minute, so there's nothing else going on.
Yeah. I think it's...
And it's not particularly well shot. Like, it doesn't look amazing. It's not terribly shot, but it's not super well shot.
I think my biggest issue is that, like, it's an overplayed trope.
Yeah.
And it's not doing anything interesting with the idea. Like, it's just doing what everyone else does.
Yeah.
It also is not a one shot, because at the start there's two random shots, and then the rest of it is a one shot, which also feels really weird. I do like the title card though. It's like a foot tapping on the floor and it says group therapy.
Yeah, that's
Quite
true.
like that.
That's kind of cool.
Everything else, not really that.
Wish I'd put that much effort into the rest of it.
Yeah.
So your next one was
Waiting. So 24 is waiting.
Okay.
23.
23. I've got Suitcase.
Oh, I've got Alone.
Okay.
So you should talk about Alone.
Alone is kind of nothing. I'm sorry. Like,
yeah, no, that's fair enough.
I think I get what they were going for, but it definitely felt like, I don't know.
It wasn't great, was it?
No.
Alone is another one that we got a comment from.
Oh, really?
From the
I don't think I knew
creator.
this.
I haven't
Go on.
shared it with you.
No.
So they said, hey, I'm Brock, one of the two-man duo who made this one. Always enjoy a review on this old short film and would love to fill in some gaps for you two.
Oh, nice.
Number 1.
What am I about to say?
This was planned, shot and edited in about 3 days.
Jesus.
I sent a rough draft idea to Alex, who is the actor.
I wasn't in it.
He rewrote the narrative to fit his speaking style and we filmed for half a day the next day. Editing took an afternoon.
Wow. I mean, doesn't mean it's good.
No, I know. I
will say, in that amount of time, better than I've seen a lot of other people do in that amount of time.
Number 2, we used both voiceover and the post-apocalyptic theme, as that is what was becoming popular at the time.
Yeah.
Nothing more, nothing less.
Yeah.
We also never thought out any shots with post-apocalyptic in mind, aside from the toothpaste and making sure to avoid having any other people in the shot.
What? Wait, what? So, when they filmed it, it wasn't
They
post-apocalyptic?
didn't know what it was going to be.
What the fuck were they
But
filming?
No, because in the first one they said they did the rough draft, and then I think what he's saying is they didn't put much consideration into it.
Okay.
In that regard, they just kind of shot what they needed to, and just in a very basic level said, don't have any people in the background.
Okay.
And that was the only rule they followed
Yeah,
for
yeah.
showing that's post-apocalyptic. I will say that I like the toothpaste shot. You know, he opens the drawer and there's like 15 tubes of toothpaste. I quite like that.
That's
That was
quite a good
alright.
one.
Number 3, we did not expect this to gain any traction at all. We made this because we were simply bored.
Nice.
Unfortunately, that means some poor decisions that didn't entirely make sense.
Fair.
That's fair enough. He skipped 4 in his numbering system. 5. The library was indeed an actual office. They had a lot of books. The slider shot was actually just the camera on a dishcloth being slid across the desk.
Love
This
that.
was at the peak of Film Riot, Indie Mogul, and their cheap camera
Oh,
tricks.
good old Indie Mogul.
Yeah. I think he's maybe mistyped the start of that. I think he's saying that the office was actually a library.
Oh,
I
okay.
was right in saying
I was
it
going to
a
say,
library.
wait a minute.
But yeah, so fair enough. You
Fair.
know, yeah, that was cool. Number 6, in our province, we produce large amounts of electricity via a large dam. Dams are built to operate without human interaction in case of emergency, which is common knowledge in our area. As we didn't expect this to take off, and we essentially filmed this for ourselves, it wasn't something we ever felt we needed to address.
That's fair.
That is fair enough. This was entirely shot on an old Canon T2i and 50mm f1.8 stop, essentially a $200 CAD kit if you were to buy it used today.
Mm-hmm.
As mentioned, slider shots were on cloth, shoulder rig was made of PVC pipe, and I had an OK aluminium tripod, which was rarely used. Fair enough.
Fair.
Number 8. Finally, we did indeed win those awards at the Halifax Film Festival, held in Halifax, Nova Scotia.
I forgot we ripped into the awards. Go on.
There wasn't a lot of submissions, and they weren't
Yeah.
great, so it says a lot on how we won those awards.
Bless him.
Also, that is the only film festival we've entered this in, so whatever festival you found this from, they would have ripped it from YouTube and used it without our knowledge.
Wow, we got a case.
I know.
Oh, I knew we could be a legal team.
Thanks for the watch. I subscribed. This was made
Aw.
almost 10 years ago when I had plenty of time on my hands. Now I own my own video and photo production company at a
Nice.
much higher level than this, have 2 kids, a house, and I'm married. I miss making short films, so my little message to anyone who takes the time to read this is put 100% into whatever you can make. You never know what can take off. Also, if you have the time to do creative projects like this, do it. Even if it doesn't turn out, you'll be glad you did. You learn the most from those projects, and there'll be a time when life gets in the way of your creative passion, so take advantage of the time you have is worth it. Cheers.
Bloody hell.
That was
What was
really
his
nice.
name?
Brock.
Brock. Good old Brock.
Roughneck 101 on YouTube.
Wow, Roughneck 101.
That's the channel that the
What are your
film was on.
dreams?
Really
That was
like
lovely.
It
Can
was.
I ask?
Yeah.
I'm dead curious now. Did you put Alone higher up because of that, do you think?
Yeah, I did. 100%.
Okay.
I read that and I still don't think it's good,
No, it's
but
not.
I think I respect it a lot more.
I respect it more, knowing
Yeah.
that he made it, like, what was that, in like a day and a half of editing, an afternoon of editing.
Half a day of shooting,
That's insane.
half a day
Like,
of writing. Yeah.
I can see why they are now running like a video production company, whatever they're
Yeah,
doing.
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I get it. That was really nice. I'm glad they said all that.
Yeah, it was really, really nice.
Still second to bottom. What were we on? We're on 23, aren't we?
Yeah, and you said, what was your 23?
Suitcase.
Suitcase, so we're not on that yet, okay. 22?
Waiting,
Okay.
which you said was your
24th.
24th.
Yeah.
Wait, what's your 25th? What was it?
Group therapy.
Oh, yeah,
we
sorry.
talked
Sorry.
My number 22, The Plumber.
Ooh, interesting. Okay, so Waiting.
Waiting.
I want to state again, I don't like Waiting, but I don't think Waiting's bad.
Yeah.
I think Waiting's not my cup of tea, and I appreciate a lot about it. It was also the first, I would say, short film we watched that was not a budgeted short film.
Yeah.
Like, it's... But do you know what I mean?
Outside of Apparition,
yeah,
was The Plumber, then... Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah,
I think it
do you know what I'm
was.
saying?
Yeah.
Like, Waiting was the first one which was really low budget. You can see how, like, it's kind of been made. It's probably made at a film school or something. Someone going to film school.
It was someone just out of film school.
There you go. No, I like Waiting for the most part. I
was
think
alright.
it's fine.
Yeah.
I just don't like it in the sense that it's not something I would want to watch.
No, I think it needs all of its aspects tightening up.
Yeah.
So, like, directing, editing, acting, like, just
Yeah.
everything across the board just tightening up quite
Yeah.
a lot. But the building blocks are there,
Yeah.
which is good to see.
Yeah.
You know, I can respect it for that at least. And I also quite like seeing Bryson.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite fun, isn't it?
Yeah, it is quite fun. That's
Yeah.
where we're from. So you have my surname, and you have the city I'm from. Thanks.
Pretty easy to find you now.
And you know what I look like as the short film. Fuck, but I look different now.
A little bit.
Fuck.
No, you look quite a lot different.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not really
that's
anything
kind
else
of
to say about Waiting,
No,
is
not
there?
really.
21?
Do you want to go first?
Bucket Man.
Really?
Yep.
Don't.
Oh, okay, interesting. What was your 22?
The Plumber.
The Plumber, okay.
Yeah. 20?
The Plumber.
Oh, okay. We're talking about that one then. 1 Minute Time Machine was my 20.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Very interesting, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think I'm going to probably change these by next season.
that's not fair.
No, I mean, they're stuck in now, aren't they? But, like...
Yeah, The Plumber. I think The Plumber's a weird one because it has a lot going on. I appreciate a lot about it because you can see somebody's really put effort into it and time and money into it, but it just does not work for me. I think the lead actor's so distracting in a bad way, and I'm just like, it's not for me. I don't. It's really in your face in a bad way.
It's like it's a film built from monologue, and the monologues aren't great, and it doesn't
Less
tell...
is more.
Yeah.
It doesn't tell a story.
It doesn't tell a story. It's just like, man is crazy, crazy man kills someone.
Shots are so good.
Yeah, no, the production design, I'll give them that, is pretty good.
And loads of the shots, like the bit where he's like standing and it's like dripping on him.
Yeah.
Great.
A lot of stuff
Really
is
spooky
really good.
and really
Yeah.
like, it has like a real style to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just that actor, man. Like,
Yeah.
you just need to be reined in and not have a writing
Well,
credit or whatever was happening.
His film that he's currently working on is a Jason Todd fan short film. And it's starring this guy. The suit looks really cool. I've seen some photos of the suit and it looks pretty cool. So maybe we'll review that one day if it comes out.
Interesting.
But I think it'll probably have a lot of the same issues that we've talked about here. That's basically it for that one, really.
Okay. Number 19.
Suitcase.
Apparition. Suitcase, so I have that at 23.
And I have it at 19, yeah.
I like Suitcase.
Same.
But it wastes the opportunity it has. It has a bad ending.
Yeah.
And it just, there's that one bit where he walks down that path for like what feels like a full minute.
Yeah.
And like,
yeah.
when you're a minute short film, you need to like do better than that, I think.
So I think I didn't articulate myself quite as well as I wanted to in the podcast that we did last time. So I suggested adding elements in to make it a bit more interesting whilst the suitcase is being transferred.
Okay.
And what I kind of meant by that was, when you're watching this film, same with every film, you have questions about the film that you want answered. The only question that I had when I was watching this film was, what's in the suitcase, right? And you find out at the end and it's not very good.
Paper.
It's boring.
Yeah.
And I'm not invested in what's happening. I'm just
I
waiting.
just wanted to see... You're right, that is like the whole point. I just wanted to see them do more fun stuff in how many different ways can you pass this suitcase.
What I'm saying is, like, you need to have more than that question being asked by the audience. So I was saying, like, you know, will the suitcase make it? Why do these people need or want the suitcase? And how will they get it there? You know, like you want to build that intrigue. Yeah. Even though it's a minute. Yeah. You have to make it work within that minute. Otherwise, it's not a good scene.
What's the point?
Yeah, because if you multiply this scene or like the thesis behind this scene into a whole film, it's boring as hell. Yeah. So you just need to add something to make the scene worth watching, and like make some questions that you maybe answer as the film goes on, rather than just that one big one at the end. Yeah. That wasn't very good.
Yeah. Oh well. Poor suitcase. Yeah. 18, I've got... what was your 19?
19, suitcase. We just talked about
mine was apparition.
Yeah.
This is confusing.
I'm keeping track.
18, don't.
Oh, my 18, apparition.
Oh, okay. Let's talk about don't first, because you talked about yours. Where did you put don't?
21.
21, interesting. Yeah, mine's 18.
Yeah.
Above both of our short films. And you've put it below both of our short films, which I think is interesting. Yeah. I think don't is like pretty solid in what it is. I think
it's all right.
It could be better, but I think it tells a pretty fun story pretty quickly. That was a minute, right?
It was a minute 40, I think.
Yeah, okay, I pushed it a bit, didn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, I just felt like, I don't know, I had a lot of fun with that one.
It was all right, yeah. It wasn't tight enough for me. I think we talked about it in the podcast. You could have cut at least 20 seconds out of this.
100%.
It tries to do too much in the time. And I think, it does evoke that first film kind of vibe, but like the production was quite low. Yeah. But it's the first film, isn't it? So you can't really hold it to too much because of that.
I do think it, I don't know. Something about it was like wholesome to me in a way of terms of them filming it. Yeah. And I think it just did its job. And it was nice. It was a little short film.
Yeah. I think it didn't do... One of the criticisms I had was there was nothing layered above what was happening with the script. Yeah. In terms of the words being spoken.
Yeah, good point. And I do think the don't motif doesn't work.
No.
Which is ironic.
Yeah. So I think the reason that I ranked this so low is because we have another film by the same director.
I forgot
in this list, and so it's really hard to not compare the two. But like that one has so much going for it, and it builds above just being the shots. Like they put more into it than just the script. Yeah, like it feels like a film, whereas this one, doesn't necessarily have to be a film. I guess. Yeah, it's an internal monologue. Could be a book or something. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. It was fine. It was all right. Apparition. Yeah,
I like Apparition.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah,
it's fine.
It's fine. I think I've made it a lot better since.
Yeah, you definitely have. But I like Apparition. I think it's an interesting piece together narrative. I like that about it. It's a tone piece. Like, you're just kind of in it. Yeah. And I think it shows like a lot of skill in terms of how you've shot it and stuff, if that makes sense. Like the cinematography and stuff, I think is pretty solid throughout.
Yeah, that's my brother. Yeah. That's my brother, not me.
Still.
But yeah, no, I really like it. I think I'm quite happy with the production design, to be honest. Yeah. I think that's something that was, a lot of these films that were like first budget kind of thing don't tend to have. And I'm quite impressed that we did that.
Yeah, no, 100%.
That we put that effort in. I think a lot of other places it's definitely lacking. Yeah. But yeah, I think that was all right. I think the story is fairly tight. It's definitely not great. There's definitely glaring issues in there.
I think that's the only reason I put Don't above it.
Okay.
It's for me with Don't. I think it's just quite a concise narrative,
Yeah.
beginning to end.
Yeah.
Whereas I think obviously with Apparition, by design almost, it's a bit more fragmented and like.
It is. Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But I'm fairly happy with it, and it's as I said, I've made better. So
No.
I'm happy with it being my first film.
It's good.
Yeah.
17 for Milo.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Very low. Bucket Man.
Bucket Man.
It's interesting.
Oh yes, it's Bucket Man, isn't it? We got to talk about.
We both ranked each other's films above the other one, right?
I figured we would.
Yeah, I figured we would. It's something about it being your own film, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. And like I said last week, I think Bucket Man gets away with a lot. I think that's my thing, is that I know it's not that good, but it gets away with it. And I'm proud of that.
Yeah.
And I'm proud that I can still watch it and be like, yeah, I don't hate this, like I enjoy it.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I'm comparing it to like Apparition does way more than Bucket Man does. Like, it's trying to do something. I played it so safe with Bucket Man. It was like, what's the safest I could possibly be making something?
Yeah.
And I think that
that's quite a good way of putting it.
Yeah, it's the perfectionist thing in me again. I know if I had really reached on trying to make something, I would have hated it and it would have been bad. So I played it as safe as possible to make something that I'm like, I know I can make people laugh, and I know I can like make it like a mockumentary because that'd be really easy to film. Yeah, and that's it.
Yeah, because I think the filmmaker that I'm turning into at the moment is I want to try more wacky stuff.
That's cool. And
just go for it with whatever, stop playing it safe, just like try stuff. So yeah, that was interesting to hear. Yeah. I would like to see a version of Bucket Man where it's just like mad.
What does that mean?
I don't know. Only you know that.
16?
16. Red-handed.
Red-handed? Snap.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
16's a snap.
Whoa.
We did it.
That's our second snap. And the first snap was a given.
Yeah, that's I'm actually kind of impressed we got a snap there.
Just kind of disjointed, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's good. Right?
It is good,
I think this is where we're getting to the place where like they're pretty good films at this point, right? Like
yes,
I don't think there are many in here now, at least in my opinion, that are like bad. They're all pretty
This is
good.
the rest of the films, and all this is just shit.
Yeah,
that was a Bucket Man reference.
Obviously they get it. They're all big Bucket Man fans now. Bucket fans. Yeah, no, I think Red-Handed is like fine, but it does have a very nitpicky issues, but it just makes me go like, it's not that good. But it is good.
I think my issues are a bit more than nitpicking. I think I would cut out at least the first 2 or 3 minutes of the film.
Interesting.
And give more time to the actual.
I do think it got a bit messed up as to what it was trying to do.
Yeah.
Because at one point it's like it's a cycle, then another point it's like, no, it's a misunderstanding situation.
Yeah.
Like with the gangster guy turning up at the end. It's like, pick a lane. Like, Like, I think we said this when we talked about it.
Yeah, we definitely did. But I think more like just give that section of the story, which is the story, just give it more time.
Yeah.
Because the stuff before doesn't matter.
No.
I haven't really got anything else to say about it.
No.
Let me check.
Same.
Yeah, no, that's it really.
Fair enough. But we got a match. We got a snap.
We do have a snap. 15.
15 inside.
Warlike.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Hang on, I'm trying to think of what have I mentioned that you haven't said yet.
We've not done 1 Minute Time Machine.
1 Minute Time Machine we haven't done.
And that's it.
And for Milo, for me.
Oh yeah, for Milo, yeah. I think that's it.
So we've done the plumber, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
Waiting, suitcase, group therapy, alone, bus stop. Don't.
Well,
yeah, no. Okay.
When we get to the top 3, I would like go back and just make sure we've not.
What was your 15? Sorry.
Warlike.
And mine is inside.
Neither of us
was
said that. Yeah.
14. 1 Minute Time Machine.
Inside.
Interesting. Okay,
so we can talk about both.
Time Machine.
Yeah.
1 Minute Time Machine is very funny.
Yes, it is.
And while like I said before, I have seen a better version of it in my opinion.
We watched that afterwards, didn't we?
And
it was alright.
In my opinion, it's a better version of it.
Yeah.
But I still really like 1 Minute Time Machine. I still think it's a sketch.
Yeah.
But it's a very good sketch.
Yeah. I think you got into my head about it being a sketch, and that's why it's a bit lower. Because I think that.
Where did you rank it, sorry?
21st.
Insane.
No, 20th.
Insane.
Yeah.
I think it's way better than that.
I actually ranked it worse than our films. Which I think maybe is unfair.
Yeah, how dare you? If you sent them our films and were like, these are better than what you made, they'd be like, what?
I mean, maybe you're cocky enough to do that. I'm not.
You're the one who ranked them lower.
So, do you think? So you think that this is better than Red-Handed?
Yes.
Yeah.
Easily.
Okay.
Because it's more concise, it's really solid and clever in what it's doing, whereas Red Handed's a bit of a mess, despite it having a lot of going for it.
I think that I preferred Red Handed because I guess it tried to be a film.
Yeah, I guess so.
Maybe
but
that's
then,
what it is. I
Red
don't know.
Handed veers on being a sketch.
I know it definitely does.
Yeah. But then
I don't know. As I said, I think I'll change my mind.
Inside.
Inside, yes.
I think Inside's solid.
I think it does a really interesting idea with like a premise that has been done to death.
Yes.
It has some nice shots in there. Mm-hmm. It's fairly interesting, like narratively.
Yeah.
I like how they did some of the sound design and stuff with it.
Sound design's cool. I really like the character design of everyone.
Yes.
Like, I think they did a great job on, I think you said this when we watched it, but giving character in these people who they get like 1-2 lines if that, and they're just there in the background. I think they did a really solid job on that.
I think there's a lot to be said about rewatching this film and like just picking one of those characters and just following them,
watching them
for the whole film.
And then the idea and the twist is good.
I think the twist, I like the twist, but I think it doesn't necessarily flow the best that it could with the edit that it is.
Yeah.
I think it could be re-edited slightly. I don't know what, but re-edited slightly to be a bit better.
I get that.
But other than that it was good.
Yeah.
It was solid.
I think the only reason I put 1 Minute Time Machine one above it is just because, again, I think 1 Minute Time Machine is really funny, and I think there's concepts, obviously basic, solid, but works. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
13?
13, Bottle Rocket.
Me and You.
Oh, interesting.
12.
The Gunfighter.
The Gunfighter.
Another snap. That's 3 snaps.
We're doing it. We're really doing it. Yeah, The Gunfighter is really enjoyable. I really like it. As I said before, I didn't want to watch it when I saw the thumbnail, and then I watched it and I enjoyed it. But
you said that about 2 of these films, haven't you?
I thought it was only The Gunfighter.
No, it's The Wait.
Oh no, you're right. The Wait. But the Wait wasn't that I didn't want to watch it. It was just that I was like, oh, it's a minute.
Yeah.
And I figured I shouldn't.
Yeah.
No, The Gunfighter I do like, but do you know what? The more I think about it, the thing that is off about it is it feels like a sketch they would have on a talk show like Conan or Jimmy Kimmel.
Oh yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? It feels like if you just replace somebody in that scene with Jimmy Kimmel, it would be a gag they would do.
Yeah.
I think that's my issue with it. And the production design being so expensive makes me go,
yeah.
Which is a horrible, not really fair thing to say. But
I think my issue with it is very hard to quantify. I've just not thought about it at all since we watched it.
It's so funny how much we're complaining about it, despite the fact we put it at 12.
I know, but see, we talked
good.
about this in the podcast. It's almost perfect. Like there's not really anything wrong with it.
No,
it's just forgettable.
Yeah,
so
which is a shame.
That's why it's like it should be like top 3 realistically. Yeah, but it just didn't stick with me for whatever reason. I didn't think about it, so it's kind of down here.
But it happens.
Yeah.
11.
3 Kings.
Bottle Rocket.
Oh.
So what was your Bottle Rocket?
13. So
13.
Not much different.
Not much different. I mean, it's Wes Anderson.
Yeah, exactly.
Before he got really, really wanky. It's like a really solid concept for a film, which it obviously became.
Yes.
Owen Wilson and Luke Wilson obviously being brothers, like I think they sell that relationship really well. I love how weird it is. Like I love the joke of them they break into a car and steal a wallet. He's like, I got $8, and they're really happy about that.
Yeah.
And then the final heist, I swear they get like $102 or something.
I think it's like 170.
It's like nothing.
It's not much.
It's not for armed robbery.
Yeah.
And they're so happy.
Yeah.
I think that's such a fun concept and such a whimsical, weird world they're in.
It's a good joke.
That it's very wholesome. I think the only thing holding it back is it's a bit of its time. I think. Again, it has that thing of like I'm not as partial to it due to the fact that Owen Wilson and Luke Wilson, I'm like, well, you're big actors, and the director's the big director. Yeah. And I don't know, something about it that makes me go, oh, well, okay. Yeah. Like, even though it is just a short film he made, he didn't really have anything backing him. Owen Wilson wasn't a big name at the time. So it's not really fair.
It's hard, isn't it?
But that is something to it in my head.
No, I'm on the same page, I think. Yeah. It's like, because you know what they go on to do, you're like, well, I'm not going to put you higher on my ranking. Yeah. For that, you know. It's weird. It was a pretty good film. I enjoyed it. Yeah. I don't think I'd watch it again. I'd like to watch the feature, see what that's like, because I've not seen that. It's good. But yeah, it was fine. It was alright.
Number 10. We're in the top 10. These are the important ones. Everything before this is dumb. This is the 10.
So is this the bucket of water?
This is the bucket that moves past. That was the shit.
That was the shit.
This is the 10. What's your number 10?
The coldest cooler.
Oh, my number 10 is Warlike.
Oh,
yeah,
breaking the top 10.
So your when
15.
was Warlike was 15 for
Yeah.
you? I said this when we watched it. It's just my cup of tea.
Yeah,
I just love an action film. I love a bit of choreography like that. And I think it just tickled ticked a lot of boxes, tickled a lot of fancies.
Tickled a lot of boxes.
Yeah, ticked a lot of boxes, ticked a lot of fancies.
Yeah, I loved it as well. I loved all of the action and stuff behind it.
Really well done.
The only reason it's lower is because it doesn't have a story.
That's totally fair.
That's it.
I do think it tells a decent story with like just the choreography.
Yeah,
but like
no, it does.
It's not a story.
No. Yeah, so it, I have nothing against it other than that, and I knew it wasn't going to have that going into it, really.
And we got a comment from the girl in it, didn't we?
No.
Fuck.
No, we did not.
I tried. But no. Hero 2013.
Whoa. 4 Milo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
4 Milo was really low down for you, wasn't it?
Very 17.
17.
So almost 10 whole things back.
That's crazy.
I really like For Milo,
Yeah.
but it's a minute, nothing happens, and I think it does that very well. I think because he's still, I like it and I'm invested in it, but I can't in good consciousness put it any higher because I'm just like, nothing happens.
I guess so, yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I just think it's a 1 minute film, and you can only have like one emotion in a 1 minute film, really, right?
Yeah.
And it just picks it, and it's like, okay, we're gonna go with sad,
Yeah.
and then it just does that.
I've had that. Okay. I want to talk about this more, but with another one.
Okay, all right, but I think because it sets itself up and then it pays it off,
Yeah.
really well.
I think the ending is fantastic
Yeah.
with the drop of the card.
Yeah, exactly, and then it's the title card.
Yeah.
Love that.
Great.
I love the kind of the filmmaking behind it as well, like the color grade going from orange to blue.
Yeah.
Kind of tight shots at the start and then looser shots at the end. It's just nice, and it's, as I spoke about before, comparing it to Don't, because it's by the same guy.
Yeah.
It's just such a massive step up.
No, it definitely is an improvement and a real understanding in obviously making something like this.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just nothing happens. That's all it
fair
is.
enough. Yeah.
I think it's the same but opposite with you and me with Warlike and this.
Yeah, this is
The
just my
same
cup of tea.
general thing. It's,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. It's just tickled to
Yeah.
some fancies and ticked some boxes.
Yeah, I don't think you said before you don't really like drama-y stuff, do you?
No, it's not even that. I just it is.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. Number
Moving
8.
on. Number 8.
What have you got?
The Weight.
I've got The Coldest Cooler.
Oh, let's talk about that
I'm glad
then.
you had The Coldest Cooler. What was it, number 10 for you?
Yeah, number 10.
I'm glad we have it up there.
Yeah.
I thought I might be alone on that, but I think it's so good.
It's so
such a
good.
lovely
Yeah.
little comedy. It's really basic. It's very homemade in the best way.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just lovely. I just really
It's just
liked
really
it.
nice. It's just a really,
it's such
really
a funny
nice
little
film. I think we talked about it in the podcast, but the ending maybe could have changed a
Yeah,
little bit.
definitely.
But like,
It doesn't ruin it still.
all of the gags work. It
Yeah.
plays on the cliches it's using so well. It does so much to like make death feel threatening and stuff. Like the POV shots in the very start, like looking down, making them look really big when they come in the room through that doorway.
Like every time he like crouches under a door,
Yeah.
really works.
Just very, very solid.
It's very, very
really
fun.
liked it.
Number 7, Prom Dress.
Ooh. Number 7, Me and You.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wait,
I feel like you forgot about that. It was a while back.
13, yeah, almost double.
It was 6. It's back.
I really like Me and You. I think it's really, really good.
Yeah.
I just think again in comparison, it's lower down for me.
That's fair enough.
But I do
can see
really
why.
like it.
I can see why. I think it's just such a nice little film. It has a really fun gimmick to it.
I think I said when we watched it that I had an idea for like a music video with that shot.
Yeah, you did.
And I tried to pitch it and stuff. And it was just that top-down shot. And so it annoyed me a bit when I saw it. No, I was like, oh yeah, it does work. Like,
Yeah. Should have done it.
yeah, I should have done it. Well, I wanted to, and I didn't get picked. So I was like, ooh.
I thought it was really fun. I think we spoke about it in the podcast. It didn't fully commit to what the ending was. It didn't really know what it wanted to be.
Yeah, I forgot about how much I didn't like the ending.
Yeah.
With the doll being chucked in.
Yeah. It just kind of like, I think it needed to be refined a little bit there.
100%.
I I don't know what I necessarily mean by this, but I think this is going back to what we were talking about earlier with Bucket Man.
Yeah.
I think just like lean into the idea of what it is even more, of the top-down angle, seeing the room, you know, just like really do. I don't know what else you could do, but like
I think they hit the nail on the head pretty much. I think it is just the ending for me, because I just think like I loved how it went through time, the room changing. I loved seeing all the different kind of events that were happening, and like both in terms of like seasonal and in terms of their relationship, like there's milestones almost, you could say.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, it's just that ending kind of biffs it for me.
No, that's fair enough, and that's why it's 13 for you.
Yeah.
6.
6.
Oh, yeah, 6.
Yeah. Smoker's Delight.
Take a monster.
Son of a bitch!
You put my one at 9.
What?
You put Hero 2013 at 9, so you know.
That's not the point.
Number 5.
Will the Machine.
Smokers.
Oh, okay, interesting. I mean, Smokers is great.
It is really
funny,
good. Yeah.
Really creative and cool.
It really leans into what it is. Mm-hmm. Just like wacky.
John Stevenson crushes it as the protagonist in it.
I listened to the album. Quite liked it. It was alright.
Yeah?
Yeah. I don't think it's your kind of music.
I'll try it out. I
yeah.
still haven't listened to it, actually.
No, to be fair, I don't really know what your kind of music is, but I don't think it is that.
It's more like... like a bit of choreography in my music.
Yeah, no, it was a fun film.
That was number 5, wasn't it?
Yeah,
4. Hero 2017.
Hero 2017.
We did it. Snapped.
Is that our 4th snap?
Yeah, and I think final.
Probably, yeah.
There's no way.
No, yeah, it is our final snap.
4 snaps is not that bad.
It's pretty good, yeah.
Hero 2017. It's really good.
It is.
I think it's an improvement on the first one, personally.
I don't.
I just think it like I like how he made it more dramatic and serious, and I like the fact that I bought it. Mm-hmm. I think that you can see. I love the production where the flashbacks feel real. Like whenever it goes to a flashback scene, it feels like this actually happened.
Yeah,
like it's not just something they grabbed on the side. They like felt like there was a whole scene we're not seeing, but in a good way.
Yeah,
I thought that's really clever. Some of the comedy timing's spot on.
Yeah,
I really like Dom in it as the lead character. I think he's a great director / actor / writer. Good music. I love the use of the lighting where it keeps flashing in from outside whenever the guy's there and he's like, come outside, and all that stuff. Yeah. Great. And it really hits. I think the emotional beat hits, and like it is a really good dramatic question of why does he have to do it?
Yeah.
What is the responsibility aspect of it? Why should he be the one? Like the bit where he's like, I beat this.
Yeah.
Why do I need to do this again? It's not fair.
Yeah.
And it's true. And I think it's really in an interesting, moral, complex way.
Yes, I agree.
And you like the first one.
I think that this one improves a lot on certain aspects and doesn't on others.
Okay.
I think it's like a push and a pull, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think the addition of extra characters worked really well in the first half, but then the payoff at the end didn't work as well for me.
That's fair. I kind of see what you're saying there.
And so I'm like, what was the point?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's only very minor issues, and I think if he'd rewritten it slightly, it would have been better. But I'm like, well, there's a better version that exists for me.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's already been done. Things that they doubled down on, like, you know, the fourth wall break, the comedy timing.
Yeah.
Again, I really loved the flashbacks. I think they worked really well.
Yeah.
The first one didn't have flashbacks, did it?
It had 1, I think.
2.
No, maybe there
I don't
is
think
the
it
second
did have
one.
any.
I'm thinking of the bit where he goes, "Oh my god, you're the so bad!"
That's
It
in
comes
the
back
second
to
one.
is that
That
the
is the
second
second
one?
one,
Fair
yeah.
enough. Fair enough.
So the second one has that.
Yeah.
It has the stuff with the girlfriend, and then him getting drunk and punching the bridge down,
which I think is a great, and I love the
Such
fact
a
that it
good
plants
bit.
it at the beginning.
Yeah.
But without telling you, but
Yeah.
you can tell when you watch it again the way he reacts when it happens.
Yeah.
Is like
It's such a good B plot.
Really is
So good.
fantastically written.
Very strong.
What was your number 4?
Hero 2017.
Oh, sorry, we snapped. I
Yeah.
forgot we snapped.
Idiot.
Number 3, Three Kings.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Number 3, War the Machine.
Okay, so what do you want to talk about first?
Let's go Three Kings.
Where did you have Three Kings?
11th.
11th. That's surprising to me. I just think Three Kings has like got a lot cool stuff going on.
It does have a lot of cool stuff.
I think it's like, I really like the vibe it's gone for. I think it really swung. Like, I think when they made that, they were like, let's fucking make this.
Yeah.
I think it definitely has issues, but like nothing crazy. I really like the beginning shot being the end shot, the music use at the beginning, the characterization of them. I think I really liked.
You said you had issues with that, I think.
What's that?
The characterization.
I mean, a little bit.
Act 1
I think
stuff.
it's more so the Act 1 stuff, though. I think when it comes to it, I think I know, I feel there's a lot of effective... I think it's really hard to make effective horror. And I'm not a massive horror fan.
No,
but
me
when
neither.
horror is, like, really well done, I'm so into it.
Yeah.
And, like, I think just the thing of those mirrors and, like, the idea of, like, you can't look at them.
Mm-hmm.
And then the idea that there's two different demons in them. And then when he starts to... And, like, I felt it. Like, the fact he managed to make me feel it when he started to shift his eyes over.
Yeah.
Or, like, when the camera starts kind of panning and you see the shoulder in the mirror and then it pans back. Like, that's really effective. Like, that's really clever.
Yeah. No, it is.
And I think more so than anything else maybe I've watched, other than 2 other films, that really, like, I don't know, just struck me.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. I do agree with a lot of that. My main takeaway is that some of the like character motivations weren't established well enough at the start. I think it does a lot of cool stuff, but I don't care about it because I don't know why the characters are even doing it.
You're right. I think maybe the stumbling point is that they wanted to make the film and like they kind of pushed the script at a point where it should have been redrafted or something. Yeah. Because they just wanted to make it. Yeah. Which is like a shame.
I think that's an issue with most of these films.
Exactly.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think the main issue for me is I think watching, like thinking back on it, I think the two establishing things is that the main guy, James.
Yes. I don't know what his character name is.
No, I've got no idea. He idolizes his dad and he wants to see his dad again. And then the second guy really misses his mum. Yeah. But the vibe I get is that the first guy, I think, does really idolize his dad. I think that does come across. But the second guy hates his dad. Yeah. Not that he loves his mum and misses her. Right? I think it's like it's slightly misdirected. Yeah. And it wouldn't take much to flip it back. No. But it's gone the wrong way, and so in the second and third act I was like, he's gonna do something with the dad instead of he wants to just see his mum. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I see what you're saying. Yeah, there isn't much set up. No, it's fair. Yeah. That's it. And for me that's quite a big one. Yeah. But I still really liked it. It's great. Number two. Yeah, no. We haven't talked about Will the Machine. Oh yeah. You're number 3. Okay, number 3, Will the Machine. Mine was number 5, Will the Machine. So pretty high up as well. Oh yeah, 100%. It's so good. It is so good. I think again, I think the ending could be a bit better. Yeah. I think it just kind of ends, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's kind of like a case of like, oh, I did want to see more. Yeah. Like I was invested. Yeah, yeah. I liked the idea of the character and stuff a lot. Yeah. Yeah, no, I thought that was very cool and really well shot. Like it really just looks like a movie. Yeah, it is. I mean, this is his 15th or something film at this point. Like he's done 2 features, he's done a bunch of shorts, and he did a thing where he tried to make a short film every month for a year. I think he got about 8 months through it, so he made 8. I mean, that's a lot. It's a lot. Holy shit. So he's made a lot of films. Yeah. The guy, like, he knows his stuff. Yeah. He edits films as a career. Nice. He has entered into numerous film festivals. Nice. He did a bunch of ad campaigns for companies and stuff. Yeah. You know, he's done a lot. So Jesus, it's like, you know, it's impressive, but it's like well within his reach kind of thing. I know what you mean. It's, you know, it's just someone who has committed to this life of filmmaking. He's a machine. He's a machine. He's doing it. He's And I watched his most recent one, Last Laugh Inc., which was really fun, and maybe we should do it at some point. It was really fun. Interesting. But yeah, I really liked it, and I do agree that the ending could maybe be redone slightly, but it doesn't detract from it too much. Yeah. So I was still, you know, well invested. Yeah. Okay. Number 2. Number 2. I've got The Wait. The Wait, really? At number 2? I actually forgot about that one. I have Prom Dress. Okay, let's talk about The Wait quick. Yes. Where did you have it? 8. 8. That's still pretty high. Still top 10. I love The Wait. Yeah. I really blew me away. I think I said it when we watched them, but I never considered the idea of microfilms. And I realized, like, oh, microfilms are really cool. Like, because it is just a minute. It's like, throw one idea. Yeah. And that was so basic. It's so simple. So easy to relate to. Everyone's done what he does in that. Yeah. Everyone. I don't care who you are. And yet, it's just worked really well. Yeah. I don't know what it just blew me away as to how good that is. I don't know why. Nothing. There's no big emotional crux to it. No, it's just a guy waiting for what was it? Is like something in the microwave, noodles, ramen or something. Yeah, and like just doing the drums. Yeah, and just it blew me away. I think it's just a case of in my head, I'm like, wow, what a crazy 1 minute ride that was. And somebody made that. Yeah, I don't know. It just really
struck me.
No, I loved it. I agree
Yeah.
completely. It has made me, well, all of these really have made me want to make a microfilm myself. I want to see if I can do it because they're so like they must be so quick to make, right? Obviously, a lot of effort still goes into it, but like less effort than a short or a feature.
100%.
So that'd be fun. I'd really like to try and make some. I would say my only criticisms of it and why it's a little bit lower is the ADR is at the start not great and unnecessary.
Yeah.
So cut it and put more time into like the drumming bit. Have like the ticking down on the microwave or something. I like we talked about it before, but the clock skipping over is really cool.
That is
more
really
stuff
cool.
like that.
Yeah.
Just like put more into like create an environment.
I still think he should have maybe not transported to a drum set.
No, I really like that.
Part
I
of
think
me
it
is
really
just
worked.
like I would really have liked to have seen him just pretending to on the
No,
stuff
because it's
still.
going into his imagination.
I know. I don't know.
I love it.
It works for me because I like the end shot of the match cut where he just puts his hand up and then it cuts back to him.
Yeah.
Sat there and it's the same.
Exactly. So good.
Very cool.
So good.
Prom dress.
Prom dress.
I love prom dress.
So good.
Only reason I put it lower at 7 is purely because just the quality level of the other films.
That's fair enough.
I think
Yeah.
it does. But I still wanted to have it up there because I think again it really shows passion.
It does.
And somebody going out and just making something which is really inspiring, and it's really good. It's like it's a really solid little film.
It's
like
such
it
a
works
good
for
film.
what
I
it
love
is.
it. I mean, we talked about our issues with it before, and it just I still love it. I still love it so much. It has that homemade like heart to it. You know, of a like starting out filmmaker, which I think a lot of these do have.
Yeah.
But it just really has it, and I think it's got so many interesting ideas in it.
Yeah.
And it's definitely got some issues that, you know, could be improved going forward. But
Yeah,
it,
but
like,
it's, again,
it
technical
tries.
shit.
And it's technical stuff. It's a bit of script writing and stuff. And it's like, it just tries and it lands so much stuff.
It's all stuff they can learn from making it. It's not like
And
inherent.
that's what I love.
problems.
I love that. We actually got a reply. I think you've read all of this, but we got a reply from Pam, who made it.
Pam.
Pam. So this is, I think she made notes as she went along listening to it. So this is like in reaction to what we were saying.
Go on.
There was no budget, which is what she
That's
said.
impressive.
Correct. There was no budget.
Yeah.
I did not pay the laundromat, although I did offer, but the lady was very supportive and said it wasn't necessary.
Love that.
That is nice. I was the only editor with a few people watching it before release for opinions.
Yeah, I think one of the main things you said it could do with another edit, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I really appreciate the criticism on the flow of the plot. I completely agree that there's a bit too much exposition in the middle. I really hope to cut that down and improve it in my next work.
Nice.
There was alternative plots, none of which involved developing the cool shirt girl. Although upon reflection, I wish I did.
Cool shirt girl and Zendaya.
Yeah. One of the plots made Zendaya a bit of an anti-hero and had her more involved in the car accident. She has written Cat. For instance, she may have been behind the wheel, but that opened a larger can of worms that I couldn't effectively explore in 7 minutes. I'm glad that she cut that.
Yes, 100%. Again,
Very
that
glad.
feeds more into the exposition thing we were saying, where it's like you don't need so much information.
Yeah,
You're just telling a different story.
exactly.
Do you know what I mean? Like, just
Yeah.
focus where you
Yeah.
are.
I too wish there was a better wrap-up. I remember editing and feeling so unsatisfied with how I ended it. It was mostly due to realising I was missing shots that I thought I had or unusable audio. But yeah, I totally agree with you there.
I think that was your complaint, because I don't have a problem with the ending.
Did you not?
I don't think so. Because obviously she goes to the door and she says about the I'm going to get a McFlurry or something.
And the audio is quite bad.
Come if you want. Yeah, the audio is bad there,
Yeah.
but she opens the door and
Yes.
you can tell.
Yeah.
Whatever. And then she's like, oh, maybe. And then she goes to the bathroom with the dress and she stops and she looks in the mirror. And then I really like the end shot where she runs out.
And it
she
slaps
puts
it. Yeah.
that sound is so satisfying, the wet
Yeah,
slap of
I
the
will
dress.
come on to that.
And then she runs out the door after her. I thought that was such a lovely little ending.
I thought it was okay. I think it could have been tighter.
Here we go.
I just think it she agrees
You put
with
it
me.
at number 2. I put it
I
at
know,
number 7.
but I love it.
So funny.
But she agrees with me, so
Yeah.
you know. I did have huge audio issues because of one, different audio people working on different days, and one of them
Yeah.
not knowing how to use a boom,
Err.
and two, because there was this huge AC box that I wasn't allowed to turn off, kept blaring in between shots, and sometimes we didn't notice. But doing the Foley after was so fun. I was alone in the bathtub, wetting the dress in the tub, and then shaking it
Nice.
around and letting it drip.
Is
on
it the
floor.
same dress you wetted then to
the
so it
beats
is
of
the
the
sound
film
of that
for an
dress,
hour,
which is
yeah.
very satisfying.
It was quite a silly sight, but yes, the audio is definitely my weakest point that I need to work on.
I mean, if you can make it all your sound like that wet dress,
Yeah,
footsteps,
yeah.
touching things.
Sounds like you should go into audio mixing.
Nah, I just want to listen to it.
No, Pam.
Oh,
Not you.
sorry.
You should quill together.
Yeah, I know.
There is a basic colour grading. More colour correcting, I suppose. The original shots are quite yellow and the colours are slightly less saturated. I originally wanted it to look much colder, but after playing with it for a while, I realised it just looked better without an orange teal grade.
Yeah.
It's tricky because I was filming with an 8-bit camera, which restricted me a bit. So if I graded too much, it quickly got noisy.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
No,
yeah,
100%.
I was wrong there. I said there wasn't a grade.
And I said there was.
You said there was
Yes.
a very basic grade.
I knew it.
In regards to the 50k views, I'm just as surprised as you are.
Yeah, I thought you paid for them.
No, I didn't pay anyone or anything, but I think it may have had to do with the thumbnail as well as the LGBT community.
Yeah.
It's very odd, but I looked at the analytics and this film was primarily appearing on people's recommendations who often watch LGBT films. Some people in the comments are mad because it's not even gay.
That was my biggest criticism. It's not even gay.
It's not even gay.
What even is it? It's not even gay.
That was a lovely little list
Yeah, I'm glad
to
you
read
responded
through.
with that.
That was our first respondent of the films we've been watching. But yeah, it's I love hearing back about it.
Yeah, what a fucking great little film.
Yeah, great.
I'm
and I think she's working on
sure-
something at the moment.
I'm sure we'll be looking at another one of her films
Yes.
in the future.
100%. Are we ready for number one?
Don't know.
Can I guess yours and you guess mine?
Oh, okay. Let's on the count of three. We'll say it at the same time. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Bus
Chicken
stop.
Monster. Oh, I should have seen that coming.
Mine is Chicken Monster. How did you know?
Whoa, mine is actually Bus Stop.
You son of a bitch. Hero 2013, right?
Obviously, yes.
What do you want to talk about first?
I don't mind.
Let's talk about Hero 2013.
Okay, cool.
Because we already kind of talked about it.
That's true. Yeah, no, that's cool.
I put mine at 9, so it's still within my
9,
top
so
10.
still within top 10. But you put the 2017 one as higher.
Yes, I think by a
prefer
decent
it.
amount as well, like 4 to 9. I think it's like, I really like the 2013 one. I think it has so many solid ideas. It's really good showcase for his, again, acting as well as his directing and like visual storytelling.
Yeah.
But it just, I like the emotional impact of the other one more. And I think some of the joke stuff falls a bit flat for me in the
Okay,
first one
that's fair
compared
enough.
to the newer one.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
But it's also a thing of like the second one wouldn't exist without the first one.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's
do you know what I
very
mean?
true. Yeah. I just thought it was really fun.
Yeah.
I liked what they did with relatively no budget, with one location.
Yeah.
I think that the story was so solid. The idea of it, which obviously carries over into the next one, is just such an interesting thing that I've not really seen done before.
Yeah.
I guess you could say Hancock maybe is a similar vein.
No, you're totally right.
Yeah.
It's really funny.
But yeah, like just such an interesting idea of like,
Yeah.
what about a superhero who just doesn't want
Wanna be a superhero.
Like, it's like, why do I have
Well,
to
they're
do
perfectly
it?
happy doing it until it becomes an actual challenge.
Yeah,
right?
until they
'Cause, like,
might
the idea
die.
is he's been going around doing stuff and it's been fine.
Yeah.
And now it's like, oh, wait a minute.
I might die.
Yeah,
I don't want to do
I don't
this
wanna do
anymore.
this anymore.
Yeah, which I just think is
such a
such,
concept.
such an interesting idea.
Such a good concept.
I think maybe that's possibly why I don't enjoy the second one as much.
Okay.
Because it's the same idea.
I mean, it is definitely.
Which, like,
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with that. Like, it's obviously he's remaking a film. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's what you do. I just think because I saw this one first,
Yeah.
so I prefer it. Maybe.
Yeah.
It's just really interesting.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting that they're both tonally very similar, with a supervillain killing civilians or whatever. Or to be fair, actually, the framing of the villain is different in each one, isn't it? Obviously, they're
Yes.
both like evil.
They're both like evil
but
super
in
villains.
the first one, he's holding up civilians,
Yeah, he's in the
and
middle
he's
of the
about
street
to-
attacking people.
and in the second one,
they've
he's
just
on
had
the
a fight.
and he's just on the street.
Yeah, he turns
may
up. Because
well
at the
be-
beginning he's
yeah,
not there. Because
yeah,
then he
yeah.
turns up and he's like, oh, well, I just got my ass handed to me.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then he follows him there.
yeah, and it's like I don't think it's clear what he's doing outside. He's just
He's
wrecking
smashing
stuff.
up like cars and
Yeah,
like trying
but
to
he's
get
not
to come
necessarily killing people.
No, but
and
he
in the
could be
first one,
easily.
he could be, yeah. But in the
I know
first
what
one,
you
it's
mean. He
very
directly
clear.
says,
He's
like,
like,
"I'm
I will
killing
kill
people."
these people if you
Yeah.
don't come. But the first one is lit like blue as hell.
Yes.
Very light, and the second one is lit very red and black.
out. It is.
Yeah,
I like that.
yeah. I like both. I
Yeah.
really like both. I don't know which one I prefer particularly.
What are you talking about?
What?
Films?
No, the grade. I think it's like it's interesting to have like a quite a dark story lit so brightly.
It's a good point.
Like, because he's trying to make light of the situation, so maybe it makes sense that it's lit so light,
Yeah.
that it's graded all blue and stuff, and like
Yeah.
you know,
makes
he's
sense.
trying to make light of this
I
situation.
think it is because it's more of a comedy. It's probably easier to film
Potentially,
as
yeah.
well. I
Yeah,
think a
yeah.
lot of it. Whereas, like, obviously with the second one, they have more budget.
Yeah.
Bit of a set.
Maybe it would have been interesting if over the course of the first film it got dark.
Yeah,
You know,
maybe.
and the deadline was kind of when the sun's setting or whatever, and so it's like,
yeah, that would have been a
you
cool
know,
concept.
yeah.
Didn't do it though.
no, it didn't. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of it. We spoke about reframing the ending in
Yes.
the podcast as well,
Yeah.
of how he starts killing people and then the hero goes and it's like, oh well, kind of missed your chance.
At that
didn't you?
point, either way, you're
Yeah.
like, ugh,
Yeah.
it's not good.
Should we talk about Tickle Monster?
Oh, right. It's just fucking amazing.
Talking about it again.
Again, it's
Yeah.
just, okay, yeah, Tickle Monster. Let's just get it out there. It's perfect. It's best short film. No, I think it's just, again, I always say it. It's 3 minutes. 3 minutes long.
Yeah.
It's like it's, what, 4 minutes, 5 minutes? What was it
No,
actually?
it's like 4 minutes.
It's 4
almost.
minutes
Yeah.
something. And it gets so much across in so little time. The main actor guy in it is immediately likable / relatable in like
Yeah.
seconds.
Yeah. He
The
is.
set is beautifully designed. The supporting actress is so good in it. Like when she just starts saying like, "Oh, Tickle Monster," it's just Tickle Monster, and just the shot where she's like looking at him and she's like, "It's the Tickle Monster," and then she looks back to her phone and we hear
Yeah.
the tapping of her
Sound
phone.
design. Yeah.
So fucking solid. Like
Yeah.
it's so funny.
Yeah.
Like 'cause you just like throw out this weird piece of information and then
Yeah.
just man don't giggle like.
Yeah, that's the
Funny.
line. I was trying to remember
And then her being like, man, best not giggle,
that. Yeah.
no matter what. And then all of it is so creepy. You're then like, oh, you're really put on edge.
Yeah.
Then the such a simple effect of the hand clambering over and tickling him.
Yeah.
Like so simple because it's just someone stood behind him going out
Yeah.
of camera. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
But it's so creepy. And when it keeps happening, you can feel it. Then he puts the jumper on. Then she makes him jump, and you're like, "This is so funny."
Yeah.
And then you're like, "Oh god!" And it's a sudden release of tension because it's the laughing, and it's like, "Oh, okay." Then the fact you hear the other laugh,
Yeah.
like that, and then that thing where he just stands up, leans over, turns the light on, leans back, and then as he leans back, the reveal of the very expensive looking Tickle Monster,
Yeah.
which again is only in the film for like a second,
Yeah.
if that, and then just the thing of the hand coming up, and then that music. It's kind of like that,
Yeah.
and it just makes you go, oh! Like, everyone I showed it to shit themselves. I showed it to one of my friends before they stayed in my front room in the middle of the night, and they were like, "Alex, why'd you do this?" Alex, I just turned off the light and left them in there. I'm like, it takes a lot to make someone feel that in 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Do you know, that's the
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
It's 4 minutes.
I know. It does a lot. And what we were speaking about before with Suitcase, about like asking those questions
Yeah.
about a film, it's so many questions.
So
like,
many questions.
Does the Tickle Monster exist?
Exist?
Is it just is she just taking the piss?
Yeah.
Is he gonna get out of this?
Yeah.
Like, you know, there's just like there's so many layers to it.
Ugh.
So much going on.
I love it.
It's so good. And then
So good.
it just builds so well to
Yeah.
an incredible reveal.
Yeah.
Cut to black.
Again,
Yeah.
they must have spent so much money on that
I
Tickle
know.
Monster.
Yeah.
And yet, again, barely in it, but I'm so glad.
Yeah.
Love
Very,
it.
very good.
I love it.
Very good.
We did it.
We did it.
We ranked all 26 films.
We did a whole season of this
Bloody
goddamn
hell.
podcast.
Ugh, never again.
And we'll be back next week.
Oh, no.
No, so we're done. Season 1 is done.
God, for
Officially
that.
wrapped.
Ugh.
I reckon we'll probably come back for season 2 sometime in Q1 of next year.
That makes sense.
Don't know for sure, but yeah, we don't want to say any dates because,
Yeah.
you know, we don't know. But I reckon we'll do some specials in between.
100%.
I think we'll do like best films of the year,
Christmas stuff.
Christmas stuff maybe. Yeah, I think I've got a couple of fun non-review related ideas to try
Okay.
that might be fun to try out, and we'll see. I don't know.
Yeah.
Depends if you've got time.
I mean, it should be available at some point.
Yes, got a lot of film editing to do now.
Yeah, I've got a lot of uni filming to do.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Fun with that.
Try.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's, man.
it's
what-
it, isn't it?
Journeys. That's what I'm
Journeys.
pointing right now at the front of Jake's notebook. It says Journeys. Actually, every single page of his notebook has each short film we've watched, so you can buy one yourself.
Blank.
You buy a journey notebook yourself. You can fill it out with your own stuff that you think Jake would have written in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's on your merch store. It's a T-shirt with Journey notepad on it, but it's actually on it. Like it's a full notepad stuck to it. It's just really inconvenient, but you can write in it.
Yeah, sounds good.
Kind of backwards.
Yeah,
Or take off the shirt and write in it.
maybe. Yeah. And maybe we'll have some improvements next season as well. I don't know.
What does that mean?
You'll
I'm
be
not
gone.
going anywhere.
You'll be gone.
I guess one last time. Do you want, Jake? Do you want to do the ditty?
Oh no.
Or should we do the ditty together? Because like we do it every week, so we know the ditty.
So we know the ditty.
So let's do the ditty together. Okay.
I don't like this.
Well, you sing it with me. Welcome to the podcast hosted by Alex and Jake. It's like we sing the. We don't sing it every week. I don't know what I'm saying. I play
That was a
it
nice
every
special
week.
one.
It was nice to sing it with you for once and not be on my own.
Tash just came in and said we sound like a cult, which is I think that's what we're going for, to be honest. That's the best thing we could go for.
What else is this? Pod cult.
Should we change the name to Pod Cult?
Yes.
Yeah.
What is the name of our podcast? The Short Take. It took me a minute then. Yeah, let's call it The Short Cult.
The Short Cult. Yeah, cool. Well, goodbye, our loyal followers and brethren.
Could they possibly be?
Well, in the meantime, I've forgotten it. You'll hear us.
Oh, no.
Oh.
You won't hear us.
You won't hear us.
But we'll see you, which is way more threatening.
You won't hear us.
But we'll see you.
You won't hear us coming.
Yeah. Ooh, gonna get you. Spooky season.
We've
got this on Halloween.
We have.
I can't believe we just dated it.
I dated in the last one as well. I can cut this out.
Halloween. Have a good Halloween. I feel like I'm on the radio now.
Yeah. I don't know what else to say.
Coming up next, a hot tip by the Mollies. It was a mash. It was a monster mash. Not sung by the Mollies.
So, if you want to keep up with us whilst we're on hiatus for a little bit, you can check out our socials, which are below. I'll maybe link every single film.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
In order.
But we've not ranked them in like.
You don't need to link every single film. The whole YouTube channel is a list of every film.
Yeah,
you
that's
just click
true.
on it and there's a link.
I'll actually put together a playlist of all of the films that we've watched on the channel
Season
so that
1.
they're easily accessible.
Season 1.
Yeah. And we'll be back for some specials and eventually season 2.
And don't
in a
forget to
few
listen
months.
till after the credits of this episode for the post-credit scene.
Yes. There won't be any.
There will. Wait. Now you edit in loads of silence. Don't stop it. Now you edit in loads of silence. Fine. I'll do it myself.
That's just a rip-off. You got to come up with something original.
Okay, wait.